Hi guys, it's really nice to meet you. So my name is Ellie and you guys can call me Gardener Ellie. And I am the new City Sprouts garden educator here at CPort School. So I will be seeing you guys a lot more in the garden during this fall semester and I am super stoked about that. So I'm really looking forward to diving into our garden science with you guys this fall. And I thought that a good way that we could start is to just introduce you guys to the garden and have you take a quick look at what is growing and what is right now living in the garden. So come on over with me and let's go take a look and see what we can find. So here is your garden at CPort. So as you guys can see, the garden has been busy over the summer and has some cool things that are living and growing in it. So let's go ahead and take a closer look. So as we go through the garden, I want you guys to practice your observation skills. So what can you guys see? So I know that this is a video, so we're going to rely a lot on our sense of sight today. But when you guys are hopefully back in person, you'll be able to practice all of your other senses and make some cool observations of our plants in the garden, such as touch and smell. But let's take a closer look at this plant right here. So what do you guys notice or observe about this plant? You can think about the color, the shape, the size, anything that you guys observe. So something that I observe is if I touch this plant, it feels a little bit rough and bumpy. And then if I smell my finger after gently touching the plant, it smells really, really good. And this plant is actually rosemary. So if you guys have ever had food with rosemary in it before, then you know this smell. But it's a really, really nice smell. Let's take a closer look at this plant. So what are some observations that you guys have about this plant? How might it be different or similar to that other plant that we just observed? So something I notice is that this plant has really striking red stems right here. And I'm kind of curious as to why that is. But I'm interested to see what you guys think and what you're observing. What do you guys observe here? How might this plant be different or the same as those other two? And what types of things are you guys noticing? So if I kind of touch this leaf here, it's kind of smooth. It's not as rough as that other one. And look, back here, there's some cool looking pods. And they're also really smooth. That's pretty cool. So as I'm walking around the garden, one thing that I'm observing is that there's a ton of soil, right? So all of our plants are growing out of soil. And I'm kind of curious to see a little bit more about our soil. So let's take a closer look and see what it's all about. So here is some of our garden soil. So what I have here is a special tool that I can use to dig in the soil. And let's take a closer look at what we see. What sort of colors do you guys see? What sort of textures? So let's take a feel. What do you guys notice? So here's some other soil that actually is very wet because I just watered the garden. So how do you guys think that this soil is the same or different after having been watered? What do you guys think? Something that I observe is that it kind of clumps together a lot more than the dry soil did. And that's kind of interesting. So now that we've taken a closer look at our soil, I'm getting really curious as to what soil actually is and how it's made. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know too much about soil. So over the next few weeks, we are going to investigate those questions together and learn a little bit more about our soil. And we're going to do that using this fun little thing over here where we have a rotting log out here in your garden. And over the next few weeks, we're going to do really close observations of our rotting log and act like rotting log scientists. So that's for next time. I'll see you guys in our next lesson and have a great rest of your day, all right? Bye, guys.